Assalamu alaikum students. Students, we have started third chapter from Beehive textbook. We have completed till 6th paragraph. Now in this video we are going to start part 3 and paragraph number 7 from the third chapter The Little Girl. Now students will start the next explanation of this chapter. Para number 7. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadow room, watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. What do you mean by a sad little pattern? It refers to the sad atmosphere in the room. Another word also here, that is a sad little pattern. It refers to the sad atmosphere in the room. Now, here, Kezia wanted to justify her action as she was innocent. She did not mean to harm her father. She was just preparing a surprise birthday gift for her father. Kezia was very sad. She had been happy that she had prepared a surprise for her father and he would like it, but on the other hand, she had accidentally committed a disaster. Which type of disaster? She used her own father's important papers by making her birthday gift for her father. Then, father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. Now, he is about to punish Kezia for the wrong act which she had done. Here, we will see what happened with Kezia. Now what her father will reaction about it. Next, I am going to beat you for this, he said. Oh, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. Bedclothes means what? It refers to the sheets, the top sheets that you cover yourself when you are sleeping. हम बोलते हैं ना blanket cover करना. Now Kezia's father told her that he would beat her with the ruler. Right, ruler, you know दो हम जो रोटी बनाते हैं ना वो ruler. Kezia was so scared. She was very afraid that she tried to hide under the seats. He pulled them aside. Sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you, her father said to her. Now here we come to know that why Kezia's father was being strict with her. Why was he punishing her? Because he wanted Kezia to know these things once for all, that she should not touch that things that does not belong to her. He wanted to teach her these things so that it benefited in her future life. Right now, she was a small child. She did not know what was important and what was not important. That is why, unknowingly, she has torn the important documents of her father. And so, he was punishing her. He did not want to harm Kezia, but he wanted that Kezia should know that in future, she should not touch anything that does not belong to her. Next, but it was for your birthday, because she was very afraid. She was crying. She was screaming there. Here, Kezia tries to explain her position. She said that she had been preparing a birthday gift for her father and had to stuff it with something. She just tore the pages to stuff them into the cushion. She was trying to explain to him that she was just preparing a birthday gift for him. She wanted to give him surprise. She did not want to tear his important documents. But Kezia's father did not listen to her excuse. Next, down came the ruler on her little pink palms. Here, Kezia's father hit the palms of her hand with the ruler. He was punishing, he was giving her punishment by doing that wrong act. So here, in this 7th paragraph, we know that her father has given her punishment. Now, para number 8. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. What do you mean by clung? To attach yourself to something. Now Kezia was so afraid. She had got beating. Her father had hit her small little palms with a ruler. And many hours later, her grandmother wrapped means what? Covered her in a shawl and was trying to pacify her. She made her sit in her lap on a rocking chair. Right? She sat on the chair by taking her in her own shoulder, and she was trying to put Kezia to sleep, and Kezia clung to her grandmother. She was attached herself with her grandmother because she was very scared of it. What did make father's foe? She sobbed. She was crying too, and she was telling something to her grandmother. What she said? Kezia was still not comfortable. She was crying and she said to God that God should not have made fathers. She hated her father. She was so innocent. She did not know that wrong she had done. She was just preparing a gift for him. She was heartbroken as he did not understand her and said that God should not have made fathers. Next, here's a clean, hanky darling. Blow your nose. Go to sleep, pet. You will forget all about it in the morning. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. Now here, her grandmother was giving some advice to her. She was just petting and giving some rest of the life. Now, Kezia's grandmother was trying to pacify her. She gave her a handkerchief and to blow her nose in it and go to sleep, she said. And she added that by morning, Kezia would forget the beating. Kezia tried to justify herself. She said that she was trying to explain to him the reason for tearing the sheets of papers, but he was not ready to listen to her. So again, we see that the little child was so innocent. She did not realize that her father hit her to teach her a lesson, so that she did not touch anything that did not belong to her. But the child never forgot. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. Now Kezia's grandmother had told her to go to sleep, and that morning she would forget the beating that her father gave her. But Kezia never forgot that beating that she had got. Whenever she saw her father approaching, she was keeping her hands behind her back because she felt that maybe he would hit her again. Maybe he will make red color flew into her cheeks. Whenever she saw her father, she got scared and her cheeks got full of red color. So here in 8th standard, her condition we have seen. In 8th paragraph. Paragraph number 9. The McDonalds lived next door. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. The father with the baby Mao on his shoulders. 2 little girls hanging on to his coat pockets ran around and flower beds, shaking with laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him and he tried to catch them, laughing all the time. Now here, the writer tells us about Kezia's neighbors. Her neighbors were a family named McDonalds. In all, the McDonalds had 5 children, and Kezia would peep at them through a hole in the fence. She would see that the family had a lot of fun. They played a game called tag. Tag is a children game of catching one another like we play catch, right? So all the children along with their father would have a lot of fun because they were playing tag, right? Mr. McDonald would make his little baby Mao sit on his shoulder, and then 2 little daughters that he had, they would hang on to his coat pockets. So all the children were so happy, so much attached to their father. They loved him so much that they would stick to him, and then they would run around the garden, around the flower beds, and they would laugh and laugh and laugh. Kezia also wanted to have such fun with her father. She was missing it. One day, she saw that the little sons of MacDonald opened the hose on him. They opened that water pipe and tried to make him wet. But MacDonald was not angry with them. He tried to catch them. He was laughing there. This was very strange for Kezia because her father was just that opposite of Mr. MacDonald. So here, Kezia was comparing Mr. MacDonald with her own father. It was vice versa here, the nature of both. Then she decided there were different sorts of father. Now, when Kezia saw Mr. MacDonald, she realized that he was quite opposite to her father. She felt that God had made various kind of fathers. Suddenly, one day, became ill, and she and grandmother went to hospital. One day, Kezia's mother fell ill, so she was taken to the hospital, and her grandmother went along with her. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice, the cook. That was all right in the daytime, but while Alice was putting her to bed, she grew suddenly afraid. Now Kezia was all alone at home with the cook named Alice. The name of the cook is Alice. Now Kezia was fine during the day, but at night when the cook put Kezia to bed all alone, Kezia started scared. Now para number 11. What will I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. Nightmare means a bad dreams. Kezia asked Alice that if she had a bad dream, what would she do all alone? Answer. I often have nightmares and then Granny takes me into her bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets whispery. Now Kezia here explained to Alice that whenever she had nightmares, she would go to her grandmother's room and she would sleep with her. So, she said that she could not stay all alone in the dark because she would be scared. She could hear different kinds of whispering sounds which made her feel that there was someone around her. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks. And do not you scream when your poor pa stop. So Kezia's father was sleeping in the next room, and Alice told Kezia to sleep quietly. She removed Kezia's socks and asked her not to scream. She warned her not to scream and woke her father, but Kezia was helpless. Now here in the 10th paragraph we have know that, right, she was alone at home and she was just scared about her own father. Now students will see the further explanation in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.